Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Today we have quite special short meeting and we are going to introduce call for papers for Journal of Baltic Science Education, and it's really a great idea, and I hope that this thematic issue is obviously relevant and important in science education field in general. And today we have our two guest editors. First, I want to shortly introduce Dušica Rodić from University of Novi in Republic of Serbia, and also our second guest editor, Saša Horvat, from the same university, same faculty of Sciences, and I hope they both shortly introduce themselves. Please, Dušica, maybe you first.
Okay, thank you, Vincentas. So I'm Dušica Rodić from the Faculty of Sciences, University of Novi Sad, Serbia. I work at the Department of Chemistry, Biochemistry and Environmental Protection. And that is the place where I finished my bachelor studies, my master studies and my PhD studies, all of them in the field of chemistry education. So I work, my research is related to the chemistry education, but my teacher is also related to chemistry education. I would also like to mention that I closely collaborate with the Institution for the Improvement of Education in the Republic of Serbia. I work on the development of a curriculum for primary and secondary chemistry education in Serbia. And I'm also involved in approvals of textbooks for primary and secondary chemistry education also in Serbia. And for the last couple of years, I was also involved in organizing chemistry competitions for primary chemistry education. And I would also wanted to mention that starting from 2018, I'm a member of the editorial board member of the Journal of Baltic Science Education, and from 2021, I'm editorial advisory board member of the Journal of Chemical Education.
Okay, thanks, Dušica. It means that chemistry prevails in your life.
Yes.
It's so
That's
nice.
correct.
And it's quite interesting idea. Maybe you can shortly introduce the main idea, because as we see in our call, the topic is chemistry education in the Balkan region, trends, challenges and opportunities. And can you shortly explain this idea?
Yes, I think that the Balkan region is very interesting region because it's very diverse with a very rich history, and it's somehow the Balkan region, our economy and education is somehow lagging behind the other European countries, I would say, maybe because of the wars, maybe because we are on the crossroads of the various cultures. And we think that economy is very closely related to education. And there is many research studies that show that, for instance, the results of the PISA testings or TIMSS testings, that education system, not only in Serbia but in many Balkan region countries, that students are achieving lower results in comparison to the OECD average. So we can see that economy is also lagging behind these other European countries. So we think that it might be connected in a way. So it would be of interest to find out what is the educational system in the Balkan countries right now. For instance, what are the new methods and strategies in teaching chemistry in the Balkan countries? We also wanted to see if there are some challenges and issues in teaching and learning chemistry in the Balkan countries. We would also like to find out the teachers' and students' attitudes about the future of the chemical education in the Balkans. And we are very keen to find out about the reforms of chemical education in the Balkans. I can talk about Serbia, but I believe that it is a similar situation in other Balkan regions. We have a lot of reforms in education, but they are not very very successful. So we would like to find out more about that. And also, we would also like to find out about the research on the chemistry teacher education in the Balkans region. But I would like to say that these are actually the possible papers may include, but they should not be limited only to these topics that I have mentioned right now. We would like to see any kind of progress, any kind of challenges, and any kind of possible solutions that researchers who work in the topic, in the field of chemistry education in the Balkan region can provide to us.
Thank you, Dušica. It's really interesting. But in addition, I want to mention that the Balkan region or Balkans, it sounds quite, let's say, quite interesting, and we have no common understanding about the Balkans or Balkan region. Some years ago, in discussion with colleagues, I mentioned that let's discuss about 2B, for example, conference or some events in Baltic states and Balkan regions. 2B, it sounds so interesting because Balkan Peninsula, it's southeastern of Europe, and it's located, generally speaking, among different seas, right? Like Mediterranean Sea, Aegean Sea, Black Sea, etc. And the Baltic states so close to Baltic Sea, and based on that, it seems that we have somehow a common picture, let's say, at some extent. And I want to ask Saša, maybe shortly explain what does it mean? What does Balkan region mean?
Okay, it's a really large region in Europe. It's as you mentioned before, it's bounded by Adriatic, Aegean, and Mediterranean Sea, and Black Sea on the east. Top north border is Danube, River Danube, Sava, and River Sava also. There are many countries in Balkan region, former ex-Yugoslav countries like Yugoslavian countries like Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Slovenia, North Macedonia, and also Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, some parts of Italy also are Balkan region, and I think Bulgaria, I forgot that.
Yeah, sure, but for example, maybe if some researchers offers would submit some papers, for example, from one part of Italy or from another part of Italy.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe it would not put to somehow to separate two parts.
Yeah.
And I know that both of you are, let's say, real chemists, and your life is connected with chemistry in any way. And why chemistry? Why you decided on chemistry topic, on chemistry issue?
Well, both of us are doing our research in the field of chemistry education, and we really think that chemistry education is very important to our everyday lives. It actually plays a very important role in our daily lives. You know, we can talk about food or medicine or clothing, now about vaccines that are very popular. It's everything is related to chemistry, and we actually believe that science literacy is very important, and chemistry literacy presents a very important aspect of that scientific literacy. So it's very important to know what children nowadays think about chemistry, and what teachers who teach chemistry, what they think about it, how it's changing during the times.
Thank you very much. And can you shortly introduce, let's say, schedule of your work or this process? would be very, very important and relevant for our, let's say, potential writers, authors.
Yes, the paper submission deadline is, we planned it to be the 5th of June 2022. Then we plan to provide the notifications to authors after the first review stage to be till the end of the June. So let's say 13th of June 2022. Then the second review stage will be finished until the 20th of October 2022. And we expect that the publication date would be during the December 2022, so till the end of the year.
Okay. Do you have some maybe, let's say, general, obviously not detailed, but some general suggestions for authors? As editors, as guest editors, or...
Well, we would like to encourage everyone who works in the field of chemistry education that is related to the Balkan region to submit their papers, and we will obviously read all of them. They will go through the very strict review process, and we will try to select the best papers. And we hope that will be that we will do that successfully, and that will be of interest to the many readers of the Journal of Baltic Science Education.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your introduction, and I think it's really good idea, really relevant idea, and I hope that it will be successful and we will reach, let's say, common result. And in different, let's say, aspects, including cooperation, starting from cooperation, and also encouraging authors and giving them the possibility, let's say, to cooperate with us, and in particular with our Journal of Baltic Science Education. Thank you very much once again, and I wish you a big success in your personal life and obviously in your academic life and your academic career.
Thank you. We are very happy for this opportunity.
And have a good day.
Thank you. You too.